and I were in a men's group together, and some of the men were going, "I can't believe you're asking your son about his past traumas that you caused him. How can you sit there?" Hey, everybody. I'm going to share in this video what my son and I, some of the healing we've done. Welcome to Ricky Vision. My name's Ricky, and normally I talk about creating a vision and the vision process. But in today's video, I just thought I want to share some of the healing that my son and I have done. And it's been about a year ago that we were at an event, and I'm going to show the video. I'm going to show you guys the video of the healing process that we went through one of this amazing healer whose event we were at. And I know you're going to enjoy today's video. We're going to talk about healing relationships, and yes, it's for some people they do have a vision of having really truly connected relationships, and so that's why I'm sharing this video today as part of the Ricky Vision content. Also, sometimes we do have this vision, and the universe is trying to bring us all its gifts, and we're actually blocking it because we have some stuck emotions, or we don't think we're worthy, or numerous reasons. So we actually do need to do some cleansing from within. And so Jaden and I talk about releasing emotions to allow some more space in the body and allow some of this abundance to flow into our life. We can't have this abundance if our emotions are blocking us and our energy is stuck. So enjoy the video. Please like and share. We'd love to create more content for you. Here comes the video. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Ricky Vision. And today I have my son, Jaden, with me. And the reason we're making this video together is because we had a really special moment this morning. I was making breakfast. Jaden's staying with us for a few days right now before he goes on a long trip. And so I was just making breakfast, and he just came over and grabbed me and gave me the biggest, tightest hug. And just tears started to flow. And, my heart just melted in that moment, and I was so grateful and thankful for him and for our relationship. So what happened for you, Jane? What caused you to, out of the blue, sort of come over and give me that hug and allow that emotion to flow?
Yeah, so I think for me, it's been a bit of a chaotic week. A lot of things are changing. So I am in the process of moving out of my place. I just rented it out, and I'm going to be moving out of there officially at the end of April, and at the same time going through a breakup as of 3 days ago. And so I think I'd been kind of hoping to talk to my dad about it. And yeah, I guess, just over the last few days, I've been feeling a lot of emotions and starting to process everything that's been happening. And I think I got to a point today where I was just all right, well, I need to not even bring it up with you. I just I need my dad. And so, yeah. And I think for me, I was just very grateful to be able to just go over and give my dad a hug. I know a lot of people don't have that luxury, and so I feel very grateful that I do.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, we actually haven't talked about his recent breakup. We've talked a lot about other things, but just because of scheduling, we haven't been together all that much, even though he's staying with us. So that's something we're going to process today. But I also want to just talk about, it's we have these special moments, and we've had many of them where they've been very heartfelt. and very emotional. And I feel very connected with Jaden as well as my other two children. But it's because we've done the work. We've processed our past traumas, our emotional blocks, and I specifically did the Landmark program. And for those of you who know what Landmark is, great. For those of you who don't, it's sort of it's a personal development program where we process what's holding us back, and learn leadership, and learn to improve our lives the way and live the life we want to live, and live with purpose. So one of my goals in that program was to transition from being a father of children to being a father of adult children. And I specifically worked on that. So I thank that program and the work I did there, that translated into the relationships that we have now. Jaden and I also were in a men's group together, which I was leading. Interesting story, and we're actually going to share a video of some healing that we did at an event. But just before we do that, Jaden and I were in a men's group together, and some of the men were going, "I can't believe you're asking your son about his past traumas that you caused him. How can you sit there?" So that was, interesting to see. Interesting to hear Jaden's take. And it took some courage to be able to sit there and hear that. But it was also an example of for the other men in the group, what you need to go through to have the types of connections you want with your family and your children, and just other people in your life. Do you have any comments about the men's group or what happened there? We will share a video very shortly.
Yeah, I think that group was, for the most part, it was fun. And I think I really enjoyed it. And it was, it's definitely interesting because I feel like with a lot of things as you go through personal development, it can be like something that you do like away from your family, and something that you do in a space where you're not going to feel like judged, or like you just feel free to be yourself, and you don't always feel that with your parents and people around. And so I think like it's definitely taken some time, but I think it was really cool to be able to do that, and like bring up like, hey, there's these things that affected me when I was a kid, because of you. And
I've ruined them.
And we can like laugh about it now, or like even just like talk about it and bring it up, and I can bring it up in like an open way, and not feel judged, and feel like I'm safe and free to express myself, which it's just really a blessing. And I think for the other people in the group, it was really cool for them to see as well, like what that father-son or like parent-child relationship can look like.
Yeah, that was amazing. So we're going to share a video. Jaden's just going to bring it up on screen here. And just so you know, before we start, this was an event in Florida that we attended. It's a healing event, and the couple that runs this event, they're amazing healers, beautiful souls, and we were just so blessed to be there. But you're gonna get a taste to see what sort of work Jaden and I have done. Our whole family was there, and in this video you'll see Jaden's mom, my wife, and my daughter also. And it was a beautiful event to be at as a family, and we had a lot of healing, and a lot of emotions flowed, and that's what's brought us very close to each other. So it takes some work to have these kinds of relationships, and I'm really proud that our family, in our family, we do have these types of relationships. So Jaden's going to play the video. have a watch. This is a healer doing some energy healing on us. And if you're interested in doing this type of work for yourself, just put a yes in the comments, and I'll connect with you, and I'll connect you to our healer. And interestingly enough, there's an event coming up. We're videotaping this video. We're shooting this video early January, late January. There's an event just like this coming up. So what were you feeling on the table when this was going on?
Yeah, it's almost hard to put myself back into that spot. As I watch it back, I remember just like I think like probably the best way to describe it would be like chain breaking. Like I feel like maybe I had this chain like that were like kind of like wrapped around me, and I felt like constricted and tight. And so going through like this process, it was a lot of just like releasing those chains and like releasing the chains and feeling like free to be myself.
Yeah, and you can see the rest of our family there in the background. You probably saw me cough and bring up some energy there, and that's just energy release. I'm releasing some emotions, and it's coming out as coughing and sort
Rick, I want you to say
grunting.
just out loud enough for Jaden to hear you.
And this healer here is just moving energy through our bodies.
I'm sorry, son. I love you.
And just allowing us to release, holding space.
Yeah, and I think a big reason for us coming to these events is like at the end of the day we're energetic beings, right? We're full of energy, and so when things happen in our lives, like we and we can even like store that energy, and so coming to these events, working with energy healers, like it's an amazing way to kind of break that energy or free yourself from the things that you're feeling. And so as you're seeing in these clips, like there's a lot of crying, coughing, shaking, things like that. And there's a book called The Body Keeps the Score, and it kind of talks about how different traumas or different events, if you have an event and you can't process it, then that energy just gets stuck in you, and that can manifest in disease, anger, in like these like kind of negative patterns or things that like affect your ability to like feel freely and live freely, and so as a result you kind of need events or experiences like this in order to free yourself up to like be who you really are.
Absolutely. And if you agree with Jaden, put a yes in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And, if you're interested in this type of work, just comment, and we'll get back to you. We'll connect you. And Jaden's absolutely right. When you do release these the emotions that you've been holding, these stuck emotions or energies in your body, because your body does store them, when you release them, you're liberating yourself. You're liberating these emotions, and you're freeing up this space. And here we are, just hugging, just holding each other, and just crying. And it's tears of joy. It's not tears of pain. It's like released a bunch of emotion. So joyous to be in each other's arms and to have this connection. There's Jaden's mom.
It's like she's right on the table with us.
Yeah. And when you do this work as a family, it really brings that love and connection home, and it's something we can sort of hang our hat on. Once you have this solid base, it's like you have a baseline of deep connection, And then everything else is a springboard off of that, where life gets more joyous and more beautiful and more colorful.
Yeah, and yeah, like I know for myself, like going to these events, like I've gone to, quite a few different retreats, entrepreneurship retreats, personal development retreats, and the process of, shifting your energy and removing those blockages, that's going to affect every area of your life, not just like, how you feel, but like, your relationships with your friends, with your family, with your loved one. All of that shifts when you shift the things within yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we don't want to make this video too long. Hope you got something out of this video. Hope it moved you, moved something in your heart. If you wanted connect with us, just put a comment in the chat, and we'd love to hear from you. Please like the video. Please subscribe. It really helps the channel. It'll help us out, and we'd love to be able to share more and more content with you guys. And I'd love to have Jaden on again. And before I sign off, I just want to let you know I'm doing a silent retreat this weekend. It's going to be a silent meditation retreat for this whole weekend, and I'll let you know how that goes. It's through an organization called The Art of Living. So stay tuned. I'll keep you posted on what's happening there. Jaden, any last words before we sign off?
I think that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching the video, and hope I see you in the next one.
Bye, everybody.